Pwede ko kayo ma-interview, ma'am?
Yes.
Ano sa tingin niyo, ma'am, may chance pa ba na papayagan kayo ng COMELEC na
Ito na.
ipasa yung signature na 15,000? Ano sa tingin niyo, ma'am? Kasi sabi po ng COMELEC hindi na daw sila mag-i-entertain.
Bongbong Marcos misrepresented and lied when he filed his certificate of candidacy. He lied. He checked the boxes and said that there was no liability on his part. Merong liability because he was convicted of a crime. So he should have disclosed that. So anyone who lies is not fit to run for president.
Just to let you all know that our statement has been received by the COMELEC. What we are asking for is simply justice and truth. If all of us have to pay taxes, so do all the candidates. And one of them did not pay his taxes. This is not fair. All we are asking the COMELEC to do is stand by the truth, stand by democracy. We cannot let democracy go down the drain. We have to protect it, and COMELEC has the power to protect our democracy, and therefore we must do this. Thank you very much.
How many signed the document?
15,000.
A little more than 15,000 who signed, and it's all here from change.org. Hindi ito trolls, ha?
No troll.
Real people ito. Because kung pupunta kayo sa change.org, makikita nyo yung mga comments nila, why they are signing. Tapos nagbabayad pa sila para mas mapalawak pa yung mga signatories. Nagbabayad ng 500, 1,000, 2,500. Nakikita ko kasi minomonitor ko everyday. 2 weeks lang po ito. Kaya kung tinatanong, bakit 15,000 lang, hindi 1 million? Kasi na-post lang ito November 29. At saka ni-print namin kahapon.
So those are all the signatories?
Yes, if you want to look at them and you
They're here.
scrutinize them, nandito. Ito yung cover letter, ito yung signatories. No? Yung mga civil society organizations na nag-sign together with AWARE, which is our women's organization, nakalista dyan lahat sa inyong press release.
Ma'am, how do you think that your document will affect pending petition?
Well, we hope that they stand for justice. We believe that the people of COMELEC want to stand for the truth. Because we believe this, we wrote the letter and we got the signatories. And just so you know this, I'm sure if you go out throughout the Philippines and ask everybody, do you want everybody to pay their taxes? I am sure they will all say, of course. It is not fair that the middle class and the lower middle class who have hardly any money are paying taxes. They get like 22,000 pesos a month and they have to pay taxes. And those who have 20 billion do not pay taxes. This is not fair, and they certainly should not be running for office. And if you ask any Filipino, they will all say the same thing.
May I add also, the petition of Father Christian Benafe is very simple. Bongbong Marcos misrepresented and lied when he filed his certificate of candidacy. He lied. He checked the boxes and said that there was no liability on his part. Merong liability because he was convicted of a crime. So he should have disclosed that. So anyone who lies is not fit to run for president. I think it's as simple as that.
From the back of Mr. Marcos Sr. might argue that they have already satisfied all of the requirements after the conviction. How would you respond to that?
Oh, that is for the COMELEC to decide. Yeah, it's the lawyers and the COMELEC have to decide. All we're asking the COMELEC is, please hear this petition and deny his certificate of candidacy because the facts are very simple. He lied and misrepresented himself. He is not fit to be a candidate for president or any public office.
So are you saying, ma'am, that even if he has already satisfied all of those, in the beginning, he still has violated the law?
Yes, he violated the National Internal Revenue Code by not paying his taxes.
May we get your names mo just so we can identify you in our reports?
This is
I'm Carmen Valdez, usually known as Pinky Valdez. Thank you very much. I'm president of AWARE.
I'm Narzalina Lim. I'm a co-founder of AWARE.
How do you spell the family?
Lim. It's in the list of signatories in the cover letter. You will see the name. I'm Narzalina Lim.
I am Isabel Aleta from the Towns Foundation, the outstanding women in the nation's service.
I'm Eleanor Montenegro. I'm Lisa Brown. I'm with DAW.
I'm Pat. I'm with my mom.
Ma'am, sorry. Ma'am, how are you able to come up with a group and file a petition?
Pardon?
How did you decide to form a group and then file this letter?
Well, you know, AWARE, our women's organization, has been in political activism since 1983, since Ninoy Aquino was assassinated. So we have always been in the forefront of political activism, and we know that we have to watch our government agencies, we have to put pressure on them so that they will do their work. Because if we just sit back and do nothing, they'll do whatever they want. So this is also a message not only to COMELEC, but eventually, if this case gets to the Supreme Court, we're also telling our justices in the Supreme Court, hey, you know, we're here, and we're not going to sit back and let you do what you want.
Ma'am, how soon do you want this to be resolved? I mean, the first case that you're supporting, I think siya na po yung pinaka-advanced in terms of all the cases
ASAP.
pending against Marcos.
The other cases, I think they were already dismissed.
The interventions.
The interventions were dismissed, so this is the only case that's left. And from what we understand, both parties, the lawyers, were asked to file their memorandum by December 20. So, if they file their memoranda by December 20, that means that the COMELEC will have to start deliberating. The second division will have to start deliberating on this after that. Now, if they want to work during the holidays, maybe before the end of the year, they can decide. But it might go to January. Nobody knows.
And the other factor is this. Bongbong keeps saying he has satisfied. Where is the proof? Where's the proof? There is no proof. You have to have facts. From facts comes the truth. From truth comes trust. Without trust, there is no democracy, and you are not supposed to be running for office without facts, truth, and trust.
Ma'am, question po. Ano po yung reaction nyo po on the order ng COMELEC Second Division na ipasura po yung yung answers in intervention na final ng grupo nila Attorney Calleja and also with the pro-Marcos group?
Yung intervention na yun sa Division 1.
First, Second Division po, ma'am.
No. Yung kay Attorney Calleja?
Yes po, Second Division po.
Second Division din.
Same case that you're also supporting.
From what I know from Attorney Teddy Te, all the interventions were already dismissed, and so there is no more barrier. That's why they were asked to submit their memo already by December 20. So tuloy na.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po.
O yan mga kababayan, ito na po yung 15,000 signatures na dala po ng isang grupo dito.
I'm the president of AWARE.
Yan, ito na sila.
Ay, sorry. I'll show you the signature.
If you want to look at the signatures, you can browse through it.
Here.
Just so after, para hindi throw or
Yan, mga kababayan, yan na yung isang grupo na may dalang 15,000 na signatures para ituloy ang digyo ni Bongbong Marcos dito.
Yes, not the...
Good.
Ilapag kaya natin.
Ma'am, excuse me po ma'am. Ma'am, pwede ko kayo ma-interview ma'am?
Yes.
Ano sa tingin niyo ma'am, may chance pa ba na papayagan kayo ng COMELEC na
Ito na.
ipasa yung signature na 15,000? Ano sa tingin niyo ma'am? Kasi sabi po ng COMELEC hindi na daw sila mag-i-entertain. Tama ho ba yun no?
That is not what we heard. They accepted it. They accepted our 15,000 signatures. And we are waiting to see what their result will be. Actually, Bongbong has no proof that he has satisfied everything. He has not. They have to accept it or not. That's their choice. We are leaving it at their doorstep, and we are hoping that they will go for the truth. Because without truth, without facts, without truth, without trust, there is no democracy. And anybody who doesn't have the facts right, the truth right, and the trust right, that means they should not be running for office. It's very, very simple.
Ma'am, saan pong galing lahat yung mga pumirma po sa...
From everywhere. That comes from everywhere. Many of them are organizations, and that's why one signature, for example, AWARE signs, everybody in AWARE has put their name. So it's really more than 15,000. Because there are many, if you look at the list, there are many organizations, and behind each organization there's 100, 200, 300 people. So it's much more than 15,000.
Ma'am, why only 15,000 not 1 million?
Because we just issued it just recently, and we are running against time. We had to submit it now. If this was done like a month ago, I'm sure we would have 1 million by this time. It's very simple. After you release this in the press, find out what people are saying. Are people saying it's okay, he doesn't have to pay his taxes? I dare anybody to say that. Because if you go to the people in general, they will all say everybody should pay. It's not fair. All of you, you're all paying your taxes. All of you who are here listening to me and taking down what we're saying, you think it's all right that somebody doesn't pay their taxes. It is not fair to you. What's your salary compared to his and his wealth? It's not fair. And how come he can get off with it for 3 years and it's okay, but not for you? It doesn't work. And we would have had 1 million easily. If we keep going and going, we will easily get to 1 million. It's not a problem.
Ma'am, bakit ngayon lang ma'am na tatakbo na siya sa pagkapangulo? Since na tumakbo na siya ng Vice President and the other position po, bakit ngayon nyo lang po final yung petition na DQ?
Let me just put it this way. Let's just stick to the problem now. He's running for the presidency. I don't want to go back and go out over the past. It's very intricate and it's very complex. It's very hard to go back to when he ran for the vice presidency. But now, we have to put our foot down once and for all. The presidency cannot go to someone who has not paid their taxes. It's very, very simple. Okay? Yes, you're right. Maybe it should have been, but I don't want to go back there now. That's a long story right now. And I know that you just want little sound bites. And the sound bite is, it is not acceptable for the presidency. It is not. Okay?
Ma'am, anong pangalan niyo ma'am?
Carmen Valdez, V-A-L-D-E-S with an S. And I know you're gonna say I look very mestiza because I am. But I'm born and raised in the Philippines, okay? Totally Filipino. My father's a Filipino, my mother's a Filipino, so just so you know.
I thought you were Spanish ma'am.
Exactly, I'm Spanish. Spanish Filipino. So I come from the past. My heritage, my uncle, Basilio Valdez, was the Secretary of Staff of President Quezon, and he was the doctor of President Quezon. So I come from a long line of patriots. Okay?
Ayan.
Thank you very
Salamat po.
much.
Ma'am, may mga iba pang kasama kayo dito. Si father ma'am, nasaan po siya? Si
They
father.
died already. My father and mother died already.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Salamat po. Ayan, mga kababayan, dala-dala ang 15,000 yung signatures ni ma'am. Talagang mainit ang mga talakayan dito. So,
For disqualification yun.
kumbaga, ito yung ano mga kababayan yun nga, gaya ng tanong ko, bakit ngayon lang po na i-file ito? It's a complex daw. So, hayaan natin sila. Irespeto natin yung kanilang mga sinasabi dito.
Thank you, pa.
Thank you very much. Salamat.
Nice to meet you.
Salamat. Salamat. We are here for the truth.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
important.
yes.
We are here for the truth.
You're at the middleman.
Yes.
Yes.
This is not about Lenny. This is
Yes.
not about Isko. This is about the truth.
That's all.
The truth. The truth and honesty. And you cannot lie. That's what's the most important here. We are not here to campaign. We are here so that COMELEC will put its foot down, and anybody who does not go by the truth and facts should not be running for the presidency.
Ma'am, kung sakali ma'am na boboto kayo, sino talaga yung gusto yung pangulo mo?
Well, of course. The one, let me put it to you this way. Who is the one who's the most honest, who lives in a condo that's only 1.46 square meters, maliit na maliit yung bahay niya, and she doesn't even own it. She doesn't even own the condo. Okay? Who is the one who has been in government and has passed 15 versus Bongbong's 1 in Congress? Who is the one who's been with the poor every single solitary day she's been with the poor? I know it because I was working with her in Masbate. She goes to the poorest of the poor, and they all love her because she doesn't care about herself. She only cares about bringing this country to justice, that's all, and give to the poor what they deserve, which is number one, respect. You don't give them money. You cannot buy a vote. Some people are trying to buy votes. When you pay for a vote, what kind of a vote is that? That I hate to use, well, I better not use this word because this is all public, but you know what you do when you pay for something? You know what that is? Okay, that's what it is. It has to come from the heart. It has to be because you believe in the person, not because they paid you money. You understand?
Yes.
And long before she was even vice president, she was already working for justice for the poor. Way before. I want to know where Bongbong was 10 years ago. Was he with the poor? Was he with the poor before he ran for the vice presidency? You answer the question. Why? You have seen already the photograph. Everybody who came to the rally was given 500, 1,000 pesos. You're buying votes. And you know what you're doing? You are insulting the poor. You are insulting them. I can buy your vote. I can give you money and you will vote for me because I gave you money. And if I'm poor and my family cannot eat, of course I'm going to take your money. Of course I'm going to take your money. I don't have any place to get the money from. So of course I'm going to take your money. I would say what Cardinal Sin said, take the money but vote with your conscience.